All right. All right, then. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. 3, 2, and 1. Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of Aaron's Opinion. Wow, that episode with Denny Jackson. Let me just tell you, I actually did the editing for the audio. That one is going to be amazing. Trust me. All right. So, it was kind of obvious to me, Denise Barajas, that you have some questions. I can tell there's something very deep going on. So basically, what I'm going to tell you to do is I'm going to say, tell us who is Denise Barajas, and whatever you do end up saying, make sure that it walks and leads us into the direction of you asking this very deep and interesting question, to which I will definitely address. We can go as explicit as you want, as deep as you want, everything as you want. Go. Your hour starts now.
Hi, everybody. My name is Denise Barajas, and yes, you did definitely hear me occasionally on the interview with Denny Jackson. We are together in a relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend. And any rate, I am 34 years of age. I've had a couple of singles out. I do sing, but I don't always do it because I'm just shy, but get me out of nervous feelings, and I think I can handle it. Besides that, music, just like with him, is a very deep, soulful thing for me. I feel that with music, I express my soul, and besides that, the only other interesting thing at the moment that I can say is that I'm in the process to slowly resume my studies at Full Sail University in Florida to have a degree in audio production. Um, Now, in regards to what I said before in Denny's interview, I asked the question to you, Aaron, about what does the word family mean to you? And I remember you said it was acceptance. And to be quite honest, to be on this side, it definitely does give me the impression that apparently there are a lot more people that do understand, at least to a good degree. My story is, it's like anybody else. I've gone through my own ups and downs. I come from a Hispanic background of family. I'm Mexican. So, of course, my biological family expected us to be as respectful and to cater to the cultural traditions, which I couldn't just associate with. I couldn't just agree with because, firstly, it was now the 21st century. Secondly, I was not in Mexico to have to adapt. And even there, I'm sure many people certainly are of the opinion that if you want to do something, even if it means you don't get the support that you would like, you are still free to do so. For many years, I dealt with my family not supporting my music. And if they did support my music, I am going to be the first one. And maybe I can bring along certain people that can vouch for this, including Denny, who was, I believe, quietly playing a video game. But he was with me in numerous calls, on Zoom included, that suggested to him all of our interactions that basically spelled no support, simply just do whatever we need you to do because that's just the way it is. And because you live in this house, you have to contribute to whatever we want. Now, whether we agree with you or not, it doesn't matter. The point is you're here, and that's the end of that. So I couldn't just be me. I couldn't play music the way I wanted. Like here, I play my monitors out after a certain hour, and I can feel free to work on a melody however it needs to be until it reaches that state of perfection. Nobody even questioned much about what I did with music. To them, it was more like it's just a melody that repeats a lot, or it won't get me anywhere because music is what I want to do. So therefore, music will never pay the bills. I didn't want any of that to stop me though. So I went for the next best thing. And it wasn't because I was falling short of it. But I did notice there were plenty of people, singers, especially very good singers. Like, for instance, a song by Kelly Clarkson. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I do know there was a song. Whoever produced her and recorded her, I don't care how you may say distortion may be a cool effect. If you overdo anything, including with the mixing strategy, is if it doesn't bring out the singer's voice or the instrumentalist or whoever the particular artist that is pouring themselves out, you're not giving them any justice. You're not doing them any justice because here they are, vulnerable, pouring themselves out. And again, just like at home, I poured myself out and wasn't, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. So I wanted a voice that was my own, musically, and also as a person involved in audio production to mix professionally people's audio, to definitely give them that picture that they are longing for, that vision that that I feel that they are looking for with their audio content, especially musically speaking. And because I knew I didn't have a voice outside, well, I know I have one inside, which is my main reason for why I have the circle I do and why I am in pursuit of what I am in pursuit of. That pretty much sums me up as best as possible to tie into what I said before. So that's me in a nutshell.
You came in today a little bit nervous. I actually was picturing you being how you were a couple nights back, but you're very you're in more of a serious mood tonight. That's really cool. I kind of noticed that. I'm actually not at all. Well, I would say that I'm surprised in some ways, but then again, I'm not at all surprised. I have interviewed many people from around the world. I have interviewed a couple of the other Mexican YouTubers as well. Mm-hmm. And they said the same thing, that their family members really had a hard time understanding, A, the blindness, and B, who they were as people who happen to be blind. So I've heard this story actually many times. This is very, very common. Yeah.
I don't feel it has to do with blindness completely, because I think it was myself as an artist.
Was it? Well, let's define it, because you were kind of all over the place and it wasn't entirely clear to me. So is it is it that your family was, well, let me back up. So were you born blind, Denise?
So, yes, I was born at 6
With
months.
with what? What's your, so my condition is glaucoma. What's your condition?
Retinopathy of prematurity.
ROP, right?
ROP, and then several years later, I did develop glaucoma, and I've had 2 surgeries because of that. But in total, I've had now a total of 10 surgeries.
Ooh la la.
In my life because of my,
Yeah.
my being born blind. And of course, doctors said, they noticed that, yes, there was something wrong with my retinas and stuff like that because they were detached. But at the same time, they were like, I'm underdeveloped and everything. So they tried to save my sight or my life. So of course they chose life.
Right.
And I was in incubator for like 3 months. And then I was brought back home, but I guess they didn't quite understand everything that was happening until later. Then I went to I was fortunate to not go, in a way, I feel I was fortunate to not go to a school that was tailored for just the visually impaired, just because I feel like I would have missed out on some of the opportunities for public school. Let's just face it, Aaron, there's a real world out there. And I feel that
I know.
throughout the years, I've had a lot of great support from plenty of resource teachers that didn't beat around the bush with me. They pretty much told me like it was. You're either prepared or you get left behind,
Yeah. Well, that's how I am. I never hold back, and I never hold back in life. And like I was saying, it's time for us to start speaking up anyway.
Of course.
But you're so right. I mean, either it's, it does seem to be, and I'm 32, like I said, every year I discover this more and more, that either you're successful or you're not. There's none of this middle ground anymore.
No.
There's no middle. Either you succeed or you fail.
Right. And I'm not much older, which doesn't really matter. The point is, we have been, I'm not going to tell you around the block a few times, because just our lives in general are a challenge.
Absolutely.
So, I've heard it all. I've heard of different people that have struggled to be with other people because of XYZ, because of fear, because of this, because of the other.
Yeah.
But they need to take care of themselves, because if they don't start to take care of themselves, how are they supposed to be able to help anyone else at the same time? I mean,
precisely.
Before I was with Denny, I was dealing with healing from a previous relationship. And this, I'm not going to go into details, except that this was a person that claimed he wanted to succeed, but yet, for some reason, there were issues along the way with just doing things in an orderly fashion that would say, okay, there's step A, step B, step C. But something's happening that things are left as messy as step A, or even worse. So that was kind of a struggle. And then there was a whole acceptance as to who I really am, and comfort and all this other jazz that, we all look for whatever we look for. And, I've had my struggles throughout my years with finding the right niche of school, finding the right kinds of people. And so this is why I personally have a small circle. To me, if you have a small circle, you're good. You're good. Because you either have people that'll lift you up, or you'll have people that will be toxic toward you, and they're not going to want what's best for you, because they don't know how to properly do this. They don't know how to show it, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not going all over the place. I'm not trying to.
You are, but you're doing great. You're doing totally fine, Denise. Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it together, but at the same time,
it's all right.
There's a whole.
Yeah. Here, let me talk for a minute. Okay. Let me explain. So Another, interesting facet that you kind of were jumping around about was the music thing. So was it that your family just simply didn't want you to be a musician, period? Or was it that your family thought that, oh, our blind daughter, she can't be a musician because she's blind? Or was it both A and B?
It wasn't about blindness. It was just that they thought I had my head in the clouds, and that's all I wanted to do. I was not being realistic.
Right.
Also, I don't know. Really, Aaron, I don't know. Um, my mother liked jazz, like modern stuff, and the studies I've had throughout my few months and whatnot, until I currently I don't have my instructor because he's going through certain problems, and I just I'm not with anybody at the moment to teach me anymore. Um, so it was just, I guess to them it was just they didn't want to hear a lot of the same thing. And plus it was a trailer, so even so, um I guess they just thought I had my head in the clouds too much, and I was just feeding into a false reality to them, I guess. And who knows what else, Aaron? I don't know why else. I can't tell you more than what I know. So,
You're very wise. You're very wise. I also think, and I mean this in the greatest sense of compliment, that it is important in life to set the right goals. Perhaps your family truly felt that Denise has her head in the clouds and that it's completely unrealistic. Or maybe, and I'm not saying this to be true, I'm just philosophizing with you, just theorizing that maybe, hopefully, your family wanted you to find other great things to also be successful in that did not include unrealistic. I'm not saying music is unrealistic, but just hear me out. Unrealistic goals such as making it big in the music business. Because here's the reality: most people are not like you and I and Denny, right? Most people are not going to make it big, God willing, in podcasting. It seems to me that here at Aaron's Opinion, we're in a surge right now, and we're blessed with a tremendous, tremendous following, and we might make it big, but probably not. So the reality is that you do have to take things with in a sense of it is important to reach for the stars, but it's also important for you to have a firm sense of reality. And I'm not saying that that's what they thought. And of course, it's wrong to think that you can't produce.
excuse me.
That's this way, no problem. That's ridiculous. But I believed, and we aren't getting into it now, although you're going to say, well, what did you believe? Well, I'm not going to tell you quite yet. But I will tell you that growing up, I believed many things. And specifically speaking, as a teenager, I believed many things. I believed many good things and I believed many bad things. And quite frankly, I wished that I had understood, which I now understand now that I'm 32. I wish that I had understood the difference between a dream and a goal. And I think that is, if I were to provide you with any, I guess, peace or counsel or solace or whatever word from the dictionary you choose, I think that's kind of how I internalize that. I understand that to you it was that they just weren't supportive of you, and that's true, they were not. But on the other side of the story, there's always, that we need to reach for reality. And like I was telling someone else, not Denny, people, it might have been EJ, people always say, I'm living the American dream. I say, and I'm awake. So I think that's truly, but do you see what I'm saying?
No,
But that's truly the way that you can philosophize that, internalize that, and digest that, and be a greater musician today because of it, is understanding the difference between a dream and a goal that is reachable.
so okay, about that, I understand that. I've always known that. I just excuse me. I just didn't want to be stopped
Right.
from believing that there was something about that. I'm not wanting to make it big in the industry like that. To me, music is a very fragile thing.
It is.
Um, I have a piano keyboard right here as well.
I've heard
So
it.
yeah, I just wanted to make sure I was in the right track in case. But to put it well bluntly, if you will, um, music, sure, okay, I get that. I'm not wanting to be in music. I know that there are things I should reach out for, and yes, um, I will say that I definitely want to do something a little more down to earth, if that's the way to put it. That's fine. I don't mind doing that. In fact, I did warehouse work for a few months as an Amazon associate before I came to Florida. And there was no problem with that. However, I didn't want to be stopped as a musician that had something important to say. That's it. That was it. It wasn't because I was not given the opportunity to not do it. It was, I didn't care as long as I wasn't stopped or being told, "Can you stop that noise already?" I heard that line a zillion times. And then when it's finished, oh, it's probably not so good. Then Denny comes into the picture and assists me wherever he can with drums and whatever else. And they barely start. And even when we started, the whole thing was a mess. He was a distraction. He was anything but what we found in each other. And I think he wants to say something because he's next to me on my left. So
Go.
Go. Did you want to say something?
Just a bystander.
Just a bystander, he said.
I heard him.
Anyway, so I think he's just picked up the headset just to listen to you. So
Right.
that was it. That was all I was wanting to say. I don't want to make it big. I have a voice that I don't want ruined because I have taken some classes on some of the whole thing with certain people that worked for celebrities and did this, that, and the other. And I know it's hard, grueling work. I get all that. That's not my point. I just want people to relate to me, and I'd like to relate to them with a song and these particular melodies and chords that are interwoven as best as possible to create a sense of understanding. That's it. That's where it stops. It's not about money. It's not about any of that. I just want to share myself to other people. But do I know that I need something realistic? Yes, I do. So trust me, I do have my feet on the ground to know that I do need to definitely have
I know you do.
something stable.
I know you do. Well, I mean, I've heard Denny sent me his tracks, to which I inputted into the software to be played on his episode. Gladly putting him into your episode. Let me tell you both. I mean, I am immensely blown away and immensely impressed and immensely thrilled by your creations. Though they might seem like small pieces of music to you, though they might seem like you just sharing your voice, it really is that good. I mean,
Thank you.
I mean, that's a record deal. Like I was telling other people, if I had a record company, I would sign you guys for sure. If I had a record company, I would for sure. It's good enough to be signed for sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But unfortunately, I don't have that ability. I actually don't have the LLC and all that jazz. You know, there's a lot more red tape to get into music than there is to get into podcasting. So go ahead. You said
all
Denny.
that jazz. I have some right here. Just kidding. Go on, Denny.
Go ahead, Denny.
Hello, we definitely appreciate the support with for our music and everything, and we want our audiences to see our music as just not just this hodgepodge of just like a bunch of like chords and melodies and stuff like that. I mean, we want to pretty much like pour ourselves out there and like make some form of an impact on
Mm-hmm.
people's lives, and like and preferably positive. In fact, yeah, on my end, I've actually made a TikTok video that I actually broke down. That'll be in segments as interludes on my upcoming instrumental album. But yeah, I strongly believe that music, it's more than just what you listen to; it's what you process too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can tell you both. Do you guys want, do you mind if I give you feedback about your music? Do you want to know what I think?
No, I would love to know. I'm very curious.
Same.
Okay, okay, both of you want to know how I internalize your music.
Please.
I noticed it with EJ too, and he's not in the room, but if he was, I would tell all three of you. I'm hearing a lot of cacophony now it's a beautiful cacophony,
Mm.
but it's still cacophony. You're using, in my opinion, it's an opinion show. I'm hearing way too many instruments that I don't need to hear.
Uh,
Do you know why?
Go on.
Denny, do you know why I said that?
No.
Okay.
Neither
I'm
do I.
glad we're talking about it because
Neither do I.
Denny, your voice is beautiful. You don't
Thank you.
need all those extra instruments. I would love to hear either one of you just strum the guitar and sing.
Yeah,
That's all you need. That's
Fun.
all you need.
I know.
No ifs, buts, or coconuts. That's all you need. You don't need all this. I'm glad you're able to flex your muscles with the IT and the software and combining all these. The cacophony that I hear is beautiful, Denny. I'm not saying it's not beautiful. It's a beautiful cacophony, but still, that voice, remember what we were talking about with the food thing, Denny? Your voice is as beautiful as those young things that gross out Stacy that she won't eat. So I don't need. Stop giving me the wine. Okay, stop giving me wine. Stop giving me beer. Stop giving me sauce. No, I don't want the apple pie a la mode with the glace. I don't want the ice cream, man. I just want the Denny. Okay, whether it's the restaurant, whether
Give
it's
me the main
meal,
course.
The main course.
be the
Yes.
main course.
The meat and potatoes, as you say once.
Be the man. Be the man here, Denny. God gave you a beautiful and unusual and bizarrely beautiful voice. Your voice is really weird. Your control is really weird. If you lower a couple octaves, you would.
Oh my.
I'm basically constructively criticizing you by saying you would do a hell of a lot better without the extra instrumentation because God gave you the voice.
He really does have a wonderful voice. I've always told him this, and I'm still absolutely amazed.
What's the dysfunction here? How do we keep getting stuck? What's really? I would love to philosophize this. What's really going on, Denny? Why do you include too many instruments? God gave me a voice to be a podcaster. Okay, He also gave me, performance ability as a musician when I was younger. So I'm using all these gifts that I was given. We have to recognize our gifts. What are you so afraid of, Denny? Because I can tell another thing that people would probably think is they would think that if there's too many instrumentation, that means that you are not confident enough in your own ability.
That makes sense. No,
it does actually. The fact is this: you're shooting yourself in your own 2 feet. Stop it right now, because let me tell you, your voice is far better than you actually understand.
It's beautifully comforting. That's the best way I've been able to describe his voice. No, really. And I told you even before we even started anything. Even as a friend, I've told you many times before, if you sing to me something in a cappella, you're always going to blow me away. And I'm not saying this to be nice. I'm saying that because it's truthful.
Right.
because
And she's saying it because she's also a nice supportive girlfriend and she's also a nice person, and it's true. So you got a lot of truths there.
well,
man.
I did also have training for a little bit as a singer. I mean, when I was in eighth grade, yeah,
you
I
aren't
did.
getting, by the way, you do know, you Denise, you do know you are not getting out of here without singing, right?
Oh no!
I expected it. I expected it.
No. Okay, one condition: I will sing something, but I have to. Please just let me play myself some just chords. I won't play anything overly fancy schmancy.
Of course, you
But if
could
you let
even
me
play
do
the
chords.
guitar. You could even play the guitar.
I don't play
Look,
guitar. I just play piano.
that's fine too. But Denny, but don't sing yet. But Denny,
No, I won't.
but Denny,
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Mhm.
You have to figure out in life that everybody has a secret gift, a secret door, and you have to unlock it. I am 101% sure that, again, if I had the ability to sign you and help you, I would. I don't have that ability. The only ability I have is to create a thing on iTunes that would be able to promote you further and further and further. So that basically my podcast is similar to signing you, definitely an endorsement of what you're doing. But let me tell you, I want to hear more of your a cappella stuff. I mean, I really want to hear the you. And I would say I want to hear less of the instrument.
He is right. He does have a point, love. He really does. But
there's a button.
You should.
There's a button here. I can tell. But Aaron has a point. But yeah,
I do want to know the rest because I know this much. He knows how to make. Well, you know how to make absolutely beautiful instrumental orchestration. All of that is amazing. I have never heard, not even from my previous instructor, any complaints. Never. I've never heard anything. I've heard more suggestions about me than I've ever heard about any assistance I get with you. So, I mean, in a way, he is right. Why do you feel the need to hide your voice behind a lot of orchestral work? That is true.
Well, the thing is with me, I'm not really afraid of of anything or stuff like that. But I want to make my music, whether it be my voice or even or even my compositions, just appealing to to audiences. I want to draw people in. And I do and I do my best to pretty much put my with the stuff that I do sing, I do my best to actually put my voice at the forefront as best as I can, and just still do what I can to just show my show what I can do. Whether it's keeping up with modern production trends and stuff like that with my song "You're Not Alone," or even just singing to God, worshiping Him in my song "Holy." I mean, I do what I can to actually provide whatever balance I can, and so yeah.
let's have it. I'm curious what holy sounds like when you sing it just a cappella. And I would like it a little, several, a key or so deeper, actually, because you're kind of, up more high pitched, if you, I don't know. I think if you look,
It's an E, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe in
sounds like E. So maybe
D.
I once did I once sang the song at a church, and I requested for the band there to actually they didn't know the song at all, but but I told them to pretty much that what I wanted to sing is in the key of D, even though even though I put the song in E. I did it so I could actually have that have more room, so that I could actually sing, within my range, but yeah.
Just food for thought, just really interesting, because there's a lot of covers that I would like to hear, that I wish I heard Denny's voice on this cover, that cover. But if I hear your voice, I want it to be, definitely, D, or C, or low, lower down the register. And I think if you start something low and you want to go high, I would say go for it. But I would say, yeah, I would say, to me, to my ear, I mean, but then again, I have a very deep and monotone voice. So, I mean, I kind of like things kind of deeper, but I understand, but just, hey, food for thought, and you're amazing at the same time.
You could
Without
always
any doubt in
take a
that.
song, take a song and occasionally modulate that too to fit more of your comfort
Right.
Yeah.
as well.
Right.
That's always an option. But no, it is true.
Anyway, I'm done hogging the stage.
Anyway,
I
Denny, just keep singing, man. Just keep singing, keep producing, and just do not stop. Do not stop. You're doing great.
I
You're
will
doing excellent.
definitely
Thank
get
you.
him in touch with the song of I'll get him to hear Unchained Melody, because he feels he may have heard it, but he never knew the title of it.
Here's the thing. He can't do Unchained Melody that in that high of a key. That he would need to start really low and really
Yeah.
gentle.
No.
And
I would have
To hear the song
I have
first.
to hear the song and find a comfortable key to do it.
Mhm.
So of course,
Exactly.
So of course, I mean, heck, I mean, with JC and his karaoke performances and stuff like that.
He's great.
I do sometimes whenever he actually does perform songs that actually do involve his higher register, and he reaches those points where it seems like he's using his falsetto, or just straining.
Yeah.
Then, he usually says no, but I often suggest that that I could actually help him to even lower the pitch of an instrumental, or just recreate one. But no, the answer is always no. But I'm yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Okay, that's fine. Okay, but what about if I ask? What if I ask Denny, will you lower the pitch or register of your voice? Never mind about JC. Will you do it?
No, I know. Yeah, sure, I would.
Well, there you go. See, God, you didn't need to go. Denny, you didn't need to go on a tangent.
No,
Could have just answered the question.
I'm just.
God, you're going to a workout, man. Like I'm telling you, in life you got to pace yourself, man. I mean, it's all right. Exactly. But both of you, incredibly God-gifted musicians. Without any, I mean, I've heard a lot, and both of you are at the top without any. All right. So, well, you touched the keyboard there. So, what do you want to sing for me, Denise?
One of my favorite hymns is "Amazing Grace."
Ooh.
I know.
Oh yes, I want.
My-
Wait a
my-
minute.
my-
I definitely want to. Okay, I want to hear both of you on "Amazing Grace." I want to hear both of your interpretations of that.
Okay. Well, do you know the next verse, or nah? You don't know the second verse?
No.
I don't know all either. So we only know more of the first verse.
Yeah.
And that's about it. I guess, how can we do this? I have my singing template. Here we go. Why am I doing this? There we go. There it is. There's our singing template. I'm not going to put any reverb on this because then I have to remove it all and all that. So, let's see. How do we do this? Because I need the keyboard.
There we go. Switching sides.
Yeah. I guess we could do this. We could do it twice, right? you sing the first verse one time through. I'll play for you. I'll take a little solo, and then I'll sing it again, and that's it. Maybe that's a good way to do it, or we can figure something out because we only really know the first verse. Aaron,
I have an idea.
what?
You could actually sing the you could sing first. Then I'll sing it, and then we both could actually come in the end and harmonize.
I want to that part, maybe to sing together.
I mean, like we both would sing that verse together.
Oh, so hold on. So you sing first. I play for you, and then. Oh no, I'm sorry. I sing first.
You sing first because this is your time to shine.
Right. Okay.
This is your time to shine.
Right. So you want me to sing the first verse all by myself, and then?
Then I'll sing, and then we both will sing that same verse, just to end it with a bang.
Oh, in harmony. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Okay.
Now hold on 1 second. So are you guys? Because I have an idea, something I'm going to do back here in my studio too for this. So hold on. Okay. So hold on here. Now hold on. Are you guys ready to start singing?
Let me. I'll hold the mic that way.
Yeah.
We can actually switch and be heard. There we go.
Right. Almost ready. So what key are we doing
Almost
this in?
Let's see. Okay. We can go for maybe D flat.
D flat.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me see something because you're gonna hear my speech a second, maybe.
Settings. Chart reverb. Perform. Release 3.49 decibels.
That's
9.54 decibels.
Good.
0.77 decibels. 9.54
there we
decibels.
go.
Shift.
All right. Okay, Aaron, whenever you're ready. What did you want to do?
Hold on just 1 second.
Okay.
So are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right. So hold on a second.
Recording stopped.
Okay. Are both of you ready?
Yes.
Okay. You may begin after I say the number 1.
Sure.
3, 2, 1.
Recording in progress.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. But now I'm found, was blind, but now I see.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound was lost, but now I found. Was blind, but now I see. Yeah. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I found. Was blind, but now I see. I was blind, but now I see.
Recording stopped.
How do you think that was?
Is that a question? Every time we do music together, it's a blast.
It's yeah, that was beautiful.
It's
I got to tell you something. That was the most unusual and most beautiful rendition of that song I have heard in my existence. I don't think you're quite aware, or maybe you're just humble, which is good. But that was incredible. I mean, that was the most incredible interpretation of that song. That would get you a deal. That's a deal. Yeah.
thank you.
Exactly. Even Phil from California says you were fantastic. That was the most incredible rendition of that piece I have ever heard. Ever. Denny, your voice has a lot of gas. You have a lot of fuel behind that voice. So definitely use it. Please use it. That was absolutely stunning. Truly and really was.
Thank you.
I mean, that'll get you places. I mean, have you guys done a YouTube video?
You know what? We've not done a YouTube video of that song, but we do have a cover which should be replaced as far as the version. I did do a secondary version of it. Not the whole thing. We basically bought a MIDI track, and it's I'll Never Love Again. Quite a story for us, but the song just has an incredible meaning for us. And we decided to do that in our favorite keys, because it starts in E flat and we switch it to E after the bridge. So
Right.
Yeah.
Well, look, you guys need to be proud of that forever. I mean, that's worth showing people. So that's going to be the song that I will include for the podcast, which is why I basically cut out the audio and actually recorded the song as a single to make a really dramatic effect. If I told you that, you would have gotten too nervous, and I wouldn't have squeezed it out of you. But I knew.
No. Too late.
So that's going to be the headline song on the episode, and that was truly stunning.
Thank you.
Next project, Denny, and don't say you can't do it, because I know you can. So I badly need a 60-second theme song for Aaron's Opinion, and I want to know, Denny, you need to write me a 60-second theme song for Aaron's Opinion or something like that, because I've always been wanting one of those theme songs.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely down to do that. Yeah.
Wait, with lyrics and everything?
Yeah,
I'll sing with you.
I'm a songwriter, so yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I need you guys. I want to inspire both of you, and really, we're trying to just inspire one more person, right? Because then you inspire millions of others, right?
Exactly.
So I want to inspire both of you to come up with some cute lyrics that represent Aaron's Opinion. Now, I'm not going to tell you what I'm looking for, only because I know that what you will create will be amazing. So, as we wind down with about 10, 11, 12 minutes left, I was actually surprised that more people didn't join us this evening, but we didn't need more people to join us this evening. I also can sense within the two of you that both of you, and I can feel it. I can hear it in my ear, and I can feel it in my heart. Both of you have some real serious questions about Aaron Richmond and Aaron's Opinion. I really want to know, because I can feel the question in your hearts and souls. What do both of you, we'll start with Denise, really want to know about me?
Well, here's a question for you, since we've been discussing some of this music aspect of who we are.
Right.
Did you ever imagine yourself outside of college, ever, doing anything else with your knowledge in playing the flute? Or did you just go like, oh, just college and that's it, just because it's something I've wanted?
Yeah.
I'm very curious.
Sure.
Did you have your self goals?
Sure.
As a...
So that's what I was talking about earlier, is we need to set realistic goals. We need to wake up from the American dream and start living the American awake. And what I really mean is that there is a difference between dreams and goals. Goals are what we actually accomplish. Okay. 5-year-olds can dream, because 5-year-olds don't need goals. But when you're 32 or 34, how old are you, Denny?
I am 28.
You're younger than me.
Yeah.
Interesting. So people in our generation, we'll say that we're all basically the same age. People in our generation really need to get control on what's going on, and we really need to realize that we need to wake up and start reaching for the goals that are attainable in life. For you guys, it's music. For me, it's podcasting. Now, where all these things will go, I don't know. Hopefully they will be successful things, is what you want. I only want success.
Yes.
I might not always come across that with my stern personality, my crassness, my frustrations, that sometimes I go through different emotions, as we all do. And you wouldn't necessarily expect me to be the type of person that would be ultimately supportive of everything that you two do. But believe me when I tell you, I'm not lying to you. You guys have my support. And there have been people lately that have immensely frustrated me and made me not the type of person you would want to talk to. So when I say you have my endorsement, you have my support, you guys already have the green light, just take it.
Thank you.
Believe
Thank
it,
you so much.
because it's true. I played the flute for many years. I was going to audition-only music camps. I had professional musicians training me at one point. So the answer is, what I've taken out of it is I've taken out my love for performing, right? A podcast, right, is an example. You were mentioning it earlier, Denise. A podcast is a way and an example for all of us to tell the world who we really are. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of it. Did my flute playing continue after university? No. But my performing on podcasting took off and I kept on using my public speaking skills as a teacher because that's a skill set and I love to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. So that's how I have used what I've learned from my past to help me to improve your life today. Or at least that's my hope.
You know, I've always found your conversations absolutely wonderful.
Same.
I could listen, and it's not because of it's not, there's a way that you make people feel.
Yes.
You really want to get deep into what they are about, but you also make people think.
Indeed.
I'm glad.
I mean, I've noticed that too, and I mean, you have a really good and strong platform, and a really good thing going, and like
And vocal presence, too.
Yes, and like heck, I mean, like as soon as I actually heard your voice message being played on a Visioncast episode. Yeah, I was immediately drawn to like to just like to take interest in it and just like look forward to like what was coming up and yeah, but going back to like goals and life in general. I mean like yeah. I like this is to pretty much quote a YouTuber that I watch that actually does fishing and hunting videos, but yeah, his YouTube name is Dear Me for Dinner, but like his motto is always all men die but few ever really live. And dude, let me just say you're living.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate it. I accept your compliment. That's so good because I can just feel the genuine nature between the two of you. It's just so genuine and that's just especially with all the stuff that's been going on. I've been I'm not going to tell you who it was, but someone within not Visioncast. Don't get all nervous, but someone within my group said some very, in my opinion, very unkind and untrue and things to me, and it was very frustrating. So just know that when you're kind to me, that goes all the way for me being willing to listen to what you have to say, me being willing to help you and things like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Denise, I really want you to ask me a question to really make me sweat to see if I'm worth my salt as a podcaster. I'll give you those two questions because I mean the flu question that was a very good question, but
because I was curious because of the whole aspect.
But I can feel, but Denise, I can feel because of the aspect. We'll have a hole in an aspect. I can feel because of the aspect. If it has to be an aspect, fine, we can have an aspect if there has to be an aspect, right? I can just sense that there's a question hovering beneath the surface that you really want to ask me, and you're too nervous to ask it. So go ahead and ask that question.
I have one after hers.
Wow. Okay. So obviously we've discussed the whole aspect of family as an acceptance.
And I'm kind of wondering.
Yeah.
And hold on before you and at the same time, I'm not going to let that escape. So I'm going to wonder. I'm wondering in my podcaster mind, in my podcaster's heart, I'm wondering, what do you want to know about my family and the way that I view? Because what that's revolving around is that Denise, you want to ask me a question about relationships.
That's close, except it's support. Did you feel that you had the support? I don't mean out of what we consider biological, because that only goes so far. I mean, in your frame of acceptance of who you are as a person, not who the world wants you to be, because I've been there. I've been told, because I have these skills in speaking Spanish, why not be a translator? Why should I be a translator?
What's your question? Okay, all right, get to the question.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to the question.
The point is this.
What's the point?
Did you have yourself Do you
Yeah.
feel you had yourself a good support system to accomplish the goals that you've set yourself to do
Yes.
in these
Yes.
years?
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Perfect? No, but yes, to answer your question. Denny.
Okay, so yeah, her first question, yeah, that was a part one. This one was part two, but now mine is definitely a part three, and it's involving the whole family thing. So they say that many say that that blood defines family, and also there are people that actually say that those who support you are defined as family, but what uh, how do you, Aaron Richmond, define family? Like sure you actually mentioned acceptance and everything, but I mean, like, you know um who who do you who in general do you think would actually be defined as family for you?
Well, parents. I have parents. I have a brother. Like we were joking around last night. My brother moved out to San Diego.
Oh, wow. That's where I came from, actually.
I know.
Yeah.
So I still define family as a group of people who accept you.
Mhm.
And that's what it has been throughout history for forever.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Right, and yeah, the reason why that question was actually burning in me was because we just like Denise, I've actually had a bit of a tough past,
Me too.
and they've actually involved those who are
Mhm.
who claim that they're family. I mean, like I mentioned in my interview, my biological mother abused me, yet my grandmother on my dad's side is pretty much playing the role of a true mother, and yeah, and and the same goes for role models that my mother, my dad. They're not my role models. Like I said, my mother abused me, and my dad, he didn't live a really good lifestyle. He may God continue to heal him, but he even has a traumatic brain injury because of a motorcycle accident back in 2012, and so it's these experiences throughout many years that actually lead you to determining who you may define as family.
It's
So
experiences.
yeah.
Experiences do that eventually. You go through enough and that happens.
Exactly, yeah.
Any other questions that either one of you have? No one else is here?
No, I can't.
No
think.
need to be scared. Basically, no one else. I really thought we'd have more of a stronger audience in sitting around today. I don't know.
I'm surprised. I don't know because I know you.
Am I really
posted it
that? I mean,
and-
am I really that? I mean, am I really that scary? Am I really that intimidating?
No,
Not at all.
no, absolutely no.
Well, good. I don't know where everybody went today. I don't know.
Maybe they had plans.
Plans to Saturday night. The only plan is to watch Aaron's Opinion on Saturday night. That's the only plan.
Exactly.
I know. I would have expected more people to be.
Yeah.
I don't even know who's here or not. So
I would have thought a lot more. But then again, our interview with Denny a couple nights back, boy, that was a sweat. That was a workout. So maybe people are still recovering. Maybe we have some people that are still in the recovery room from that interview. But
ouch.
but yeah, but look, keep singing, to both of you. We will,
Thank
the three of us will obviously, we'll keep in touch. The three of us, obviously, I mean, you guys have just been so kind to me and so receptive and just so there and just so on, so we'll definitely, all of us at Visioncast and Aaron's Opinion Group and things like that. And don't be afraid to talk in that group and talk to them in that group. I think right now I'm getting the secret impression that people in the Aaron's Opinion guest group are a little scared of you guys right now. They don't really know who you are, and they're a little turned off right now. But once they hear this interview and they hear what I did with your music, and I mean, it'll really turn them on for sure. But one thing that I really mean is, I mean, if you guys really love what I'm doing, it would really mean the world to me, and you guys understand how much this means. I mean, go to wherever you're listening to my podcast and rate it and review it, and mention when you write your review, mention how I help people to think about things and how how it's impactful to you. And I mean, I can't even keep it straight. It was either Preston or JC or Stacy. One of them did write a beautiful review, but we need every beautiful review. We really need it. So whoever it wants to be, whether it's 8th Street or something, you can call yourself that. And just make sure that you write how I'm impacting you, and so that we can get other blind people who are interested in this type of thing to really tune into this. Because like I was saying, when I was recording the tracks for your episode, Denny, I was saying something, because, a lot's going on in my life right now. I got a lot of things going on. I'm quite frankly, in some ways, I'm quite stressed out, quite overwhelmed, but
I know how it feels. Yeah.
But there's a lot going on right now. And I just want the two of you to know that you two have provided a tremendous sense of inspiration and pleasantness and calm in the stormy sea. So both of you, really, really mean it.
Thank you so much.
And there was a point it was going somewhere. And so, you guys have been really good. But definitely speak up in these reviews, and definitely help to share the podcast with, other people that would also like. Oh, I was thinking that something is really magical about what's going on here. I can't quite place it, but something, I don't know what it is. If I knew what it is, I would tell you to give you a clue, but something magical is about to happen. I don't know what it is, but do you guys get that sense too, that something else is going on here that seems a little magically perfect, really?
Yeah. I've felt that, but even when I got myself into knowing the folks over at Visioncast, I felt that. I felt a sense of acceptance firstly.
Yes. They're very accepting people.
Mm-hmm.
They're incredibly kind and incredibly accepting.
Yeah, indeed. And I got that sense as well. I mean, like it's like things are definitely falling into place, and just turning into something really big. But yeah, we both actually use Apple Podcasts, and heck, I can speak for myself. I follow the show and everything, and whenever I can on my iPad, I'll definitely get to writing a
Awesome.
much needed review for you. I mean,
intellectual review, a full lengthy review.
Indeed. I mean,
I'm the more lengthy person to write. I had
let's
to ask.
So let's let Denise do the typing part, and then Denny, you can tell her what to type. Okay.
We'll co-write it. I think.
Yeah,
that might be the best option.
Anyway, absolutely stunning, stunning story, stunning episode, just absolutely stunning. So, if someone wants, we'll start with Denise and then work backwards. If someone wants to get in touch with Denise Barajas, how would they do that?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Let's see. I do have a YouTube channel under Denise Barajas. Now, of course, it'll be a little tricky. I don't remember my whole handle. That's terrible.
Well, good. Well, you know what? Well, good thing. Well, isn't it wonderful that your great boyfriend actually sent me your entire description? I was wondering what's going on with that. God, we got to thank our team members. Denise, you couldn't have done it without him. He knows your handle. He knows all that information.
And plus,
Then maybe
like,
he should tell you everything.
well, I don't know the handle, but
No, I
No,
know.
you got
I
it.
know.
You got the handles. You got you got all the
Yes,
handles.
He does.
But yeah, I put all the all the links to the to the socials and like in the episode description and everything, or like they're all in the form of messages,
Mm-hmm.
but like they're separate, but yeah, there's definitely YouTube. Facebook, just look up look up Denise Barajas music. Also if you actually want to hear her music and get an introduction to her playing and stuff like that, then yeah, feel for the listeners, and once this is published, feel free to pretty much like select the link in the description, which will actually lead you to the single. The smart link to the single, "A Sweet Awakening with Coffee," which actually leads you to a page that leads to the song on whatever platform you actually choose to listen to it on. And and also she recently started a TikTok. She has a video up with over 500 views. And so
it was all over a song I was writing, and it's pretty much almost finished. So yes.
Indeed, and the link is there as well. But yeah, it's Denise Barajas, 30-something. I have
33, I think.
33, I believe. Yeah.
And I also do have Mastodon as well.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mastodon. I never jumped on that bandwagon. But both of you, while I have you, both of you should be friends with. For one thing, be friends with me on Facebook, and certainly certainly join my podcast community. I have a public Facebook group for Aaron's Opinion podcasting community. Well, rather than hearing about it, why don't you just join?
Join it. I got to get myself back
right
into Facebook. I lost my password. So it's been a long while since I've logged in.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I hope nobody else found it. Then you definitely don't have a Facebook. Come on, Denise, that's just silly stuff.
I know.
Go collect
I
your hijacked Facebook account with all your fake friends and all the fake supporters and.
Hey, Aaron.
Well, that's what happens when you lose that's what would happen though. You lose the password to the account, and then the account gets hijacked by all these fake people that don't even know who you are, but they still love your music. So those are fake fans. So Denny, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Get her on track. Get her on track. Okay. Yeah. Get that girl back to where she needs to be on Facebook. I was wondering in my mind. Wait a minute. They're on WhatsApp. Why didn't they add me on Facebook? Now I know. I've been compromised.
I will get it back. I will. I have to figure Hey, I have a silly group that I need to get back into as well. So,
Aaron's Opinion is a serious group, so get back into that one. Mike.
Yes, I will do that first, then I will get into the other one.
Aaron's Opinion podcasting community. Let me know if you want me to send it to you over on WhatsApp. But I only want to send it to you if you get your password back so that you can join it with your real Facebook, because I don't even know what's going on.
Look, I promise.
Danny, take this? Danny, tell her to take it seriously. Come on, this is.
I promise. I will get my Facebook in order, and I will join it right away.
All right, she's being recorded saying this, so that
I know.
famous
I'm not going to break anything. I won't break promises I can't keep.
Oh, well, good. Well, good. Well, then I expect one of those PM things on Facebook. Give me one of those PMs and a friend request and some. Come on, really.
I will do that this week. Promise.
8 Streets, Denise Barajas. Tremendous honor to have you on. I really wish that I would say there's more people at home who want to ask questions, but there's not. Great way to end the episode. And you two together, go ahead. How do we end an episode here on Aaron's Opinion? Go ahead, both of you.
1, 2, 3.
Have
one person today.
Whoa.
Whoops.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Do over.
okay.
Do over. We'll
Do
forgive
over.
it. Okay, forgiven. Do
Actually,
do over.
why don't we sing this?
Oh, wait, hold on. It's help one person today, help a million tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got
okay.
it.
We're gonna do it that way. Oh, you're gonna switch.
Help one person today. Help 1,000,000 people tomorrow. Help one person today.
Help 1,000,000 people to. Hey, you stop singing! I didn't know what key you wanted. Why?
Thank you to the both of you for joining us.
Thank you.
If you're still surviving on YouTube, thank you. Welcome. We're glad to have you. And things like that. That was incredible. All right, guys. Well, listen, we'll catch up over on the WhatsApp. All right, but I got to go. We'll catch up on WhatsApp soon. And I might even ask you guys later. I might even ask you guys another question on WhatsApp. Just between the three of us. So hey, I might ask you something else. Anyway,
Why not?
So keep your ears open, and for a WhatsApp message from me at some point about something. And anyway, we'll keep in touch.
Sounds like
Thank you so much for listening, everyone. That was incredible. Absolute magic. All right, guys. Enough of this. Let's have a good night. Have a very, very good evening to the both of you. We'll catch up with you on WhatsApp. Take care, everybody. Help one person